The musical style of rap is a major piece of the postmodern time period. However, the roots of rap music dates back much farther than one might think. The farthest traces of rap music date all the way back to the 14th century West African memory men labeled griots. Griots served as historians, genealogists, advisors to nobility, entertainers, messengers, praise singers, and many other uses for the whole town they resided in. It was considered a great honor to be a griot, and they were highly regarded in West African society. The position could be held by either men or women, but female griots were less prominent due to family obligations. Nevertheless, it was the job of the griots to maintain the history of the villages. The tradition of storytelling continued on during the time of slavery in North America. African American slaves were punished when they spoke in their native tongues by overseers, so they developed a means of communication through storytelling that the overseers wouldn't be able to understand. It allowed them to experiment with the language that would be known as verbal skills. It was considered a form of resistance and allowed use of their creative intellect to provide inspiration and entertainment for such an oppressive period of time. The budding of the official rap style began in the early 1970s in the South Bronx, New York. It was said to be brought to the area by a Jamaican known as Cool DJ Herc. DJ Herc developed the technique in which he played two records at once, but turned the records so that they would break in the song or stretch the song's drum break. This is where the name breakdancing comes from. From this new mix of music, the addition of lyrics, or spitting, as it was commonly referred to, was added in. It was created by the African American working class in the area and used as a rebellion against disco music at the time. Some of the biggest turntablists at the beginning of rap music were DJ Grandmaster Flash, Africa Bambaataa, and Sugar Hill Gang. Sugar Hill Gang was the first rap group to have a commercially successful hit titled Rapper's Delight. Along with the turntablists came the rap artists themselves. Some of the biggest artists of the movement are Eazy-E, Method Man, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, and Eminem. Eminem was born as Marshall Bruce Mathers III on October 17, 1972 in St. Joseph, Missouri. Growing up, Mathers had a difficult childhood. His mother, Deborah, was 15 years old when he was born. His father, Marshall Jr., was 19 years old. When Mathers was young, his mother left his father due to horrible domestic violence in an attempt to protect her son. He was completely absent from his son's life. She never managed to hold down a job for more than several months at a time, so they moved frequently between Missouri and Detroit. The only male figure he looked up to was his uncle named Ronnie Nelson. Ronnie showed Eminem rap music. Unfortunately, however, Ronnie committed suicide in 1992, leaving Eminem without a father figure once again. Eminem was very close to Ronnie, and after his suicide, he wrote the song Stan in remembrance of him. Eminem also has a tattoo attributed to Ronnie's death. After Ronnie died, he continued to have a troubled childhood. He dropped out of high school after failing 9th grade 3 times in a row. However, he always did well in English. Sometimes he even studied the dictionary and then would try to rhyme the words that he looked up. In his early career, Eminem worked his way through the underground rap circuit in Detroit. In this area, rappers would compete in rap battles, which would be against another rapper. The goal of these rap battles was to make fun of the other rapper to win over the crowd. It was also during this period of his life that Eminem began dating Kim Ann Scott, an old friend from high school. And in 1995, the couple had a daughter named Haley Jade Scott. Inspired by the birth of his daughter to make a living as a rapper, in 1996, Eminem released his first independent rap album, Infinite. Although the album displayed flashes of his verbal prowess, biting wit, and flair for storytelling, the low-budget record failed to turn a profit or attract more than local attention. In an attempt to speed up his career, he went to Los Angeles to compete in the Rap Olympics, where all young rappers go to try and make a name for themselves. He performed well and won over the crowds. However, he lost in the finals due to a hometown favorite. After the show, a man asked for his demo tape. Eminem was upset about the loss, so mindlessly he handed the man the tape without a second thought. Little did he know, this man was an intern with Interscope Records, which was a pretty popular record label. The record company heard Eminem's demo tape and fell in love with it. They brought Eminem into their recording studio to work with the famous Dr. Dre. They worked for 6 hours and recorded 3 songs. One of those songs, titled My Name Is, turned out to be very popular, and ultimately became the song that put Eminem on the map. Eminem released his second studio album, the Marshall Mathers LP, in May 2000, selling over 19 million copies worldwide. The album won a Grammy for Best Rap Album, received a nomination for Album of the Year, and is widely considered among the greatest rap albums of all time. Eminem earned a total of 13 Grammys in his career. Eminem's music has influenced the musical period a lot. He opened up the genre to the Caucasian population in a predominantly African American music style. Many young white males really related to Eminem and started to act more thuggish. Many other people in society found his language offensive because of its inappropriateness. That being said, the goal of rap music was to be a rebellion against the disco music at the time of its birth, and give a voice to those who believed they had not. Therefore, Eminem worked to totally encompass what it is to be a rap and hip-hop artist.